You stream on that.
Oh, cheese. It's not that big.
That's beef.
What you gonna do is.
4.5 inches.
It's not that big.
How old is Steve is 8.
Conversation. You're here. And we're here. It's Thursday. You're tuned in to Sadior Presents Open Conversation Show here on Heat 100 Radio. Shout out to Simply D. He will not be here tonight, but he'll be back next Thursday here in the studio, or Chris, matter of fact. So it's again just the two of us and Mr. Divine. So sitting across from me, of course, the one with Hudson, did you say? The funny one.
Did you say the funny one?
Let me say the funny one.
No, I don't say
What did you
that.
say? Princess of Comedy,
Say something that don't be right.
the Princess of Comedy.
Just let him be. Simply D, shout out with Mission Intro today. It's me, it's your girl, the Philadelphia Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild. Hey! I was screaming at those people on Ustream. What's up?
What's up? And on the right side of me, always looking at me like crazy, the engineer behind the board, Mr. Divine. Say something. You got a mic tonight, man. Say something. Say hi to people. Because they'll never hear you. They only see you on the Ustream. Which, of course, if you want to check us out on Ustream, go to your computer, type in www, the letter U, stream.com or .tv, and search Sadior. That's SADIOR, capital O-C. You'll be able to watch everything that goes on behind the scenes when we do a commercial, listen to some of the things that we talk about. If you want to chime in on the topic, it's 267-368-5328. And you can follow us on all our social media. Just search Open Conversation Show or Sadior LLC. And you can see some of the pictures and some of the things that we do when we do it. Now, the time is, I'm not going to say approximately, because somebody always say, why are you saying approximately? So it's 6:05
That would be me.
p.m. here in Philadelphia Heat 100 studio. And we've been doing good with the guests coming in earlier so we can really get more information on the topic. So on my left side, I'm going to let you introduce yourself so that people can hear you. Let me bring this mic down some. Okay.
He reach over and make that old man cry.
Yeah, well, look, hey, I'll be 43.
The old man cry.
So, our special guest is family, and I'm not just saying because I say so many people family. My brother's gonna get mad. I'm like, why you calling him brother? He's your brother. I never thought brothers would be jealous. But this is actually family that we have in the studio, and you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Marquita Lewis.
But let's see. Can you hear her? Look.
Barely.
This is going to be one of those shows where y'all have to listen because Marquita talks very soft. And as she was talking to Miss Darkchild behind the scenes, I said, I'm glad we have a lot of people in here because it's usually full pack and noise and everything. So this will be a very mellowed out show. But of
Except
course,
for me.
I was going to say, but of course.
Me, my energy is up. Somebody pissed me off at work today.
So y'all know what type of show we're about to have.
Yes, we are.
Other than,
Being pissed off.
yeah, oh man. So that means I can't be pissed because we both can't be pissed.
We both can be pissed. That let us know we're humans.
Because I had an interesting
Brother
conference
Divine, you
call.
can be pissed too.
I had he is. Shout out to the people that pissed us off here at Sadior. They know who they are. But
They ain't pissing us off.
no,
Pissing them off.
they peed me off.
They
We'll
did?
talk about that later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I'm gonna piss somebody off today, and I hope y'all listening, cause I'm mad.
Mm.
So how was your week?
Being pissed off.
Why you had to say SOB? Son of
You
a-
know what's funny?
You was mad.
I'm not gonna lie.
You mad?
I put this hat on purposely so she could come at it. And it stands for Sadior. Look, I changed it up because I knew she was gonna bring it up. I didn't get to write my list of SOBs what it stands for. Shout out to Mom Dukes who brought me this hat. And that's the mode I'm in, so I decided to throw this hat on. I dug in the crates for this.
SOB. That is appropriate for today.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
Very much so appropriate for today.
Look at the mindset. But the week was alright, man. You know, just basically making some changes, taking on 2 new movie projects, which I'm excited about. You know, doing what I do, man. Working too much, not resting enough, like usual.
You know,
Preparing for this show.
we always working up, but I'm mad that you got on the SOB hat. SOB. Son of a baby! I'm hyped about that hat.
I know you are. Look,
Hyped about that hat. I read it first and I said, I ain't gonna say that until I get on the radio.
Purposely, I wore this. I'm not gonna lie.
Coming right out of my mind.
When I put
So
this
that I can say
hat
something.
on, I thought about you, Dark. No lie. I said she gonna love this.
I'm loving it today. You must have knew that I was pissed off from work. You must have known that somebody was gonna piss me off. But I remained very professional, and I'm kind of cocky. So I was cocky with my right, but I was really cocky today. Don't tell me what to do. I'm grown, so I kind of egged it on. But you know, I say stuff out my mouth purposefully.
Sometimes we do.
People was pissed off.
We do that.
But you spent your whole day angry, not me. Because I was laughing all day. Pissed off. That pissed me off. 7:40, 6:40 in the morning, I was pissing back off. And so you spent your day being mad while I was walking around laughing. I will continue to do that tomorrow and the next day. I will piss you off.
You know what's funny? I was told from K Spoon, which is one of the co-owners of Sadior, after a conference call, he said he lays back. He said he don't let people piss him off because what it does is it changes the direction of a conversation that he was having. And that's what people do purposely sometimes. They try to make you mad.
Right.
So that way you can change the direction
Of a conversation. Right.
So he was just so smooth.
But a monk told me that that person drinking, shooting shots at me, I posted on my Facebook, taking shots at me is like you drinking poison and waiting for me to die. Ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So taking shots at me at a meeting, not gonna happen.
Now, he just was on the show.
He know better.
2 weeks ago, and I told him
That was last week's show.
It was
Last week's show.
And I told this guy that when people call me and they know I'm on the radio,
We don't answer.
we don't answer.
But it's Kev, because he might be
Yeah,
on stage.
so now I'm going to answer and put you on speakerphone while we on the radio.
Live on the air.
On the air. How can I help you, Mr. Kev Johnson?
Not a problem, because I'm locked out.
Oh, you locked out? Oh, okay. All right, so let me come upstairs and let you in. You know we got security. You know we crazy with security around
Did
here.
he say he was locked out and couldn't get in?
Everything's going on.
Oh, he trying to be a guest host? I gotta get my little swivel right.
Hold up.
Hold down. Ain't no hold down.
I'll see you in 30 seconds, Mr. Divine, let you in. You know we got security around here. You know, hating is at an all-time high.
Hating is at an all-time high. So if you at my job and you hating, die. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't have time for you. I'm moving on. You see my day. I moved on.
This is the benefits of having the
This is the benefit of having a radio station when somebody pissed you off on that day. I need to talk about you as long as I don't say your name. And I don't care if I say your name. This is like therapy.
I said one thing that's bad to do is mess with somebody that's in the media spotlight because you get blasted. And we on radio, social media, YouTube. We got cameras. We can basically like
say what we want, do what we want. You're mad.
So shout out to
whoever's mad
and Simply Monica for giving us this platform, you know, to do what we do.
Look at Jelly Belly coming in. Blind man Jelly Belly.
Mr. Kevin
I want
Johnson.
my daddy's records.
Mr. Kevin Johnson stepped in the studio.
You don't know we on air. He's jingling keys, laughing, making swish swish noise, walks in front of the camera, all kinds of stuff.
He been on this station
long enough to know that you should have sat in that lobby and waited till we took a commercial break.
You know what's funny though?
He ain't getting no mic.
No, you want to hear what's funny? He liked family so much that he knew Simply D wasn't going to be here, so he stepped in. I didn't know he was coming for sure.
Did you invite him?
Well, he knew what Simply D here. He always stepped up. That's what family
We just had something to say today. That's all. You started.
Well, that's 6:12.
I'm not one of every boy sitting up
So we
front.
can set up and get ready to entertain everyone.
We're gonna entertain them all
Like,
right.
he just sitting there looking around like they crazy.
She's like, what I sign up for?
What the heck is going on here? But we're going to definitely get to the topic in a little bit in the show after we do a couple of our segments. It won't be a dumb. You got a dumb moment. We're going to come up with a dumb moment since Simply D not here.
We ain't gonna steal it Simply D's dumb.
Well, he sent me enough information since he found out he wasn't going to be here, the research he did. I feel like I went back to school. Because we're talking about organ donations.
Very interesting.
Exactly. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're going to go to a quick break. You're tuned in. Sadior presents Open Conversation.
On Heat 100 Radio.
Ready.
Did that thing say yeah? Now we got really 60 mics. Cause you know he need his own mic.
Hey, how you doing?
I can't share with
All right,
him.
we got to take yours. Pass that back over.
Yep, sorry, can't share. Rolling on over.
What I do to you?
Rolling on over. You can't share. So I'm rolling.
What happened to the
I
square?
don't believe in sharing either.
Look at my life. Look at my life. I don't even get a square.
You got a whole table by yourself?
Do you get a headphone?
I don't know, do I?
Mine?
You got a headphone over there? Oh, shit. Go ahead. Can I get those to your mom? You can have this.
Make sure I be loud.
That way she can hear herself. You get comfortable, trust me. You'll be over here tripping in a minute. Everybody do that when they first come to the show. They go lay back and quiet, like they're on the view.
I was gonna jump in, but
Then we start going in. They be like, yeah, you hear this truck. What's up, Kev?
I
I'm
remember.
not sure if he reached you. I know he said he tried to reach out to you.
He sent me a message, I think it was either Monday night or Tuesday night. It's one of the two.
Everything good? Marquita, Kevin, Marquita. It's my sister-in-law. Alright, so we're gonna talk about some news. What's going on in the news? Some of these crazy people out here, like the community college.
One more kid, they locked up. They locked up 14-year-old in breakfast, 17-year-old at community college. Who was it? Martin Luther King was on lockdown yesterday because they had a gun.
Yeah.
Like
I heard about that.
they put my school on lockdown because the boys that went and got on the train right there off the shoe. That train right there. So sick of these teenagers, I don't know what's wrong with it.
And
This train was letting her.
you see this thing here?
And that's the shame because he was so cute too. Crazy.
Born a dude. I guess he got everything done for
And she
him.
makes a way better woman.
We'll
That's sad.
Yeah, they
And are we still talking about that? My Redskins beat the Eagles. Is that still in the news?
Ooh, that's gonna be an interesting cross table topic.
That's not even news report. Because nobody's been wanting to talk to me about that.
Right there.
Nobody's been wanting to talk to me about that topic all week. But
It was nice having you here, though. That was nice. Y'all was talking about
It
It was nice having you, though. Appreciate you coming all the way out.
We appreciate you.
Bringing
as
your
well.
daughter.
That's right. That's right. I keep forgetting that you are a true sports person. Now you get some people that say like sports, yeah, she likes sports. Big time.
Oh, okay, why am I inside that?
Let me see that. That woman is really this woman.
The
You
dude,
take the back, people.
the dude is really the woman, yeah.
You think they're gonna fire a coach? No.
Nah, he got too much money, too much time.
You think so?
He ain't going nowhere. They ain't got nothing to replace it.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. Who would they put in that spot?
Now, why they bump it? Why they bump off or whatever they did? I have no idea.
So, Mr. Money? Mr. Money? That's cool if it is, but I can read, man. Huh?
This is something out of Monica had on the side.
Alright. You know that's what I was like. Alright, we're gonna come back to the news, right? You got news? You got anything? Oh, you said you want to talk about the kids getting locked up?
We can talk about it.
Okay. You fade in. Don't stop. Just bring them in and then do that fade in.
You're not afraid of something else?
Huh? You're not afraid to music out? Yeah. Alright, you can bring the mic on. And then fade the music out. And bring it back. And we are back here on Open Conversation Show on Heat 100 Radio. We're going to talk about some of the crazy news, regular news, crazy people. We have in the studio Kev Johnson, our special guest.
They heard him walk in.
Yeah, the Keys Jr.
And the people saw him on the U stream. So you ain't even got to introduce it.
That's true. Did you wave
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Say hi to the people.
Hello to the people. How y'all doing out there?
You see Mark doing all that, Mark 5 doing all that extra. Kevin, they saw you and heard you. Go on about yourself. Jingle,
As my
jingle.
lovely co-host
Go, go,
said,
go, go, go.
everybody is seeing me and heard.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all.
Hey there, you here. So what's up, Kevin? Kevin, what's going on?
Nothing
What
much.
brings you by?
What brings me by?
Yes.
Well, I got a message from your other co-host that said he would be here, so
Okay.
he asked me to guest over for him.
So you just.
I told him that I'm trying to do a yoga's effort.
Okay. So that was nice of you to come in.
I'm
So,
glad I need your approval.
my approval. SOB, stop it. You see what does that say, right?
What did that say?
SOB.
What does that mean?
We haven't figured it out yet, but we will before the show's over.
Mm,
Now, it's not what you think. Now,
I don't even have a thought, but
tell me what's going on in the news, Kev.
what's going on in the news? It's a whole lot of craziness in the city of Philadelphia, the state of Pennsylvania,
Wow.
with what I'm just discovering is porn gate on the state Supreme Court,
Mm.
the justices of the
Mm.
state Supreme Court being linked up with porn on their emails
Mm.
at taxpayers' expense.
Can't even wait to get home. Sitting in your office. That's just sad.
Wow. This they coping skill.
Yeah, from what they have here, it's not just one. There are a few.
Wow.
Some people know that they track everything you do on your computer.
They know, but they don't think it's them that you're tracking. I think it's a secret society of untrackable people that don't get tracked, but they're stupid enough to think that Look, what about these schools getting locked down for these guns? Now, we had community got locked down. We had another school got locked down. They found a boy in community but didn't find the gun. Then another school got locked down. All 5 of them that knew it, but still ain't found the gun.
I think they found the gun at the high school.
Okay.
They charging all of them with it.
Wow.
My thing is, what's going on with these teenagers? What is going on? At 14 and 17, I was getting ready for the next house party. Like,
Right.
not ready to rob and go get a gun.
And did you see this on the news before I left? A young lady's father had, 14s, was 4 of them were charged after lockdown at Philadelphia High School for that gun. The girl, remember we touched this story, Mark, the one about the girl, the woman, young lady dressed in the Islamic garb and took the little girl out of Barrett Elementary School.
Yes.
40 years to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40
years to life. Christina Regustas is her name. She ended up getting 40 years to life. Now, she gets on the stand and says, I'm responsible. I am the one that you see in the garb. I am the one that took her to the park. But I'm not a monster. And that's all she said. So, what she said at the beginning was, I took her out to school. And I'm the one that let her loose in the playground. But anything that happened in between, I'm not that monster. The mother said, you knew my child. You preyed on my child. You mimicked me and became me and took my child. You are that monster. If she is now 21, she'll be in jail until she's 61, at least. But they said she's the type of person that should never get out or she will offend again.
I agree.
They're calling her a sociopath.
Sounds like a monster to me. Walk like a duck, talk like a duck.
Duck is a duck. And that's horrible. They did that little girl wrong. They put her name in the paper plenty of times at first, and then they stopped. For all intents and purposes, we don't.
I thought children were supposed to be abstained from public ridicule.
Right.
Do what they want. That's all I'm gonna say.
So that home invasion that we had not long ago,
Mm-hmm.
2 gentlemen, it was the girl's boyfriend said, can we go back out? She says, I'm not giving you a second chance. And he said, somebody's gonna die for this. Came in the house, killed her father. While she and her baby hid up under a bed. Premeditated, right? And his friend joined in. So now he's going to jail. You go figure.
That story is big because they had been torturing that girl for a long time. She been trying to leave him for a long time. But he been torturing him.
I
know it's
You know, there's a certain brand and level of justice that used to permeate itself throughout our community. When certain things like this would take place, there would be street level justice is performed before
justice.
before the system was allowed to get hold of you and protect the perpetrator. Because victims have hardly any or no rights in the justice system. They don't.
They never do.
Do you think maybe because the street justice eased up, that's why people just don't care?
No, I honestly think that because of the way the federal government has stepped in and started dictating to families how they're going to raise their children, what can and what cannot be done, what is allowed and what isn't allowed, it's a bad precedent. That has grown and festered, and now you got what you have, unabashed chaos.
Very true.
So, speaking about festering, because you said that word, the city of Philadelphia now has a bed bug task force. Do I need to say anything else about that story?
Is it a raccoon task force too?
I wonder if they got this. Do they got a crackhead task force? Because they got a bed bug task force that's going to be meeting quarterly.
Do they have a lying politician task force?
Yes. Well, they're going to be meeting at the
But this
Pennsylvania
task force
Convention
only
A
starts
thieving politician.
it's happening in the city hall and the city department because
they're trying to curb. The task force is aimed at curbing the rise of bedbug infestation in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. I don't even have anything else to say about that. You figure that story out. And the humor in it, because I said it. That's it.
A bed bug task.
On another,
And they can't get money for our schools.
no,
Right.
they got task force, they gotta do it.
my statement this today is going to be they do what they want. Look, everything we talk about, they do what they want.
Yeah, because I really have a problem with the DNC now, the Democratic National Convention.
It's going to be here, right?
Yeah, it's going to be here, but it's amazing how they were able to generate about $80 million in a blink to hold a week-long party for a whole bunch of people that don't give a damn about Philadelphia anyway. But they have absolutely no money for our children in these schools. And they can't raise a dime. So the Democrats have struck out with me. And I am a Democrat, but they struck out with me on this.
All right, 2 stories in one. Shout out to Tamron Hall. She's replacing Bill Cosby on the Temple Board. I am an owl, an alumni.
I knew we got along for some reason.
Tamron Hall will replace Cosby on Temple Board. And Bill Cosby just was indicted on another charge. So who cares? Right? That's woman number 45. Who cares at this point?
Right?
Yeah, well,
Especially if nobody, if they can do nothing about it. It's like,
yeah, more women in the presidency of the United States almost.
And I'm trying to figure out, are they ever going to get Haldeman, Ehrlichman, and everybody else for Nixon's gaffe in the White House, Watergate? That happened back in the 70s, same time Bill was at his
finest.
I got a personal shot that I want to talk about.
Go,
I'm
yeah.
so sick of people talking about Michael Jordan with their sneaker price. I think it's ridiculous. I never would buy. I would never pay. Let me put it that way. What Jordan charged for his sneakers. But you cannot be mad at Michael Jordan. Be mad at yourself because you buying the sneakers.
exactly.
So stop hating that man hustle. I don't agree with the prices of the sneakers, but I also don't agree with you complaining and then you walking around with the sneakers. And for the guys that got Jordans all in their closet and don't drive, kill yourself. Seriously.
That was really harsh, Mark.
Because that's like the stupidest thing ever.
Well, people stand
Yeah,
out in line and buy it and they
$1,000.
got no job.
Think about it. You got 30 pair of Jordans. Do the math with that.
No, I want you to do the math with this. I'm getting ready to share something. And all y'all that see, y'all might want to plug in to We on
Ustream?
Ustream. Y'all might want to see this. These are two of the same identical boots. One says Levi, one says Timberland. The one for Timberland is $189, and the one for Levi says $79.99. They are the exact same shoe.
They don't have one that look like that for $59.99.
I'm with you on the $59.99. The same exact shoe, people.
It's all about a name.
But they're the
You
most
won't pay for that tree.
boots ever.
Uncomfortable, right?
Uncomfortable.
Yes.
Right.
Timberland is. I had a pair, and they stayed in the closet until my son wore them. I couldn't find them anymore. They're so.
They're not even warm.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not. Matter of fact, Sharon just gave some Timberlands away. She said they're uncomfortable.
Yes, they are. You stuck, I'm stuck.
I'm over the half-century mark, and I have never owned a pair of Jordans or Timberlands, period. I saw absolutely no draw to them, just a pair of boots.
Okay.
And now, don't get me wrong, everybody else in my family has worn them all. Every Jordan, every Iverson, all of them. Me, I don't see the magnetism in it. First of all, I'm not a Jordan fan anyway.
But think about it. It's changed though. Back in the day when you had, say, 80s, when you had Gucci's on, it meant something.
It was a statement.
But now, everybody wears Jordans and stuff. So it's like, it don't put you nowhere. Okay, they got the new Jordans, they nice, and they keep it moving. But before, when you had, those dudes that had the, Gucci's, everybody didn't have Gucci's. So now it's like oversaturated. Because you got the websites that sell Jordans that's cheaper, you got all these sites that you can basically fit in with the fashion. You know what I mean? But then you got the space boots that cost $2,000 that's supposed to be sneakers.
Got what?
They say space boots to me. They look like space boots. That Meek Mills and all these people be wearing.
We're talking about the phone closets.
Yeah, it's like, and they cost like $2,000. And then you get the kids see that, and they want to, they want it. It's like it's an unbalancedness going on. You know what I mean? And then make kids want to knock you over your head and rob people because they want to live that type of lifestyle. So it's the system and the way things are set up. It's crazy.
Propaganda. Propaganda is what it is. It's going to be a driving force forever in a day because somebody say Franklin.
Simply D crazy. He said, "Ha, kill yourself, Jordan." He said, Simply D is. Yeah, but it's just like.
We want to see you taking this spot.
I'm trying to break, guys. So I'm being told we need to go to break, and I think we're gonna start the topic early because there's so much information. And shout out to Simply D for making my battery go dead with the 50 text messages with all information on our topic. So I'm going to try to hit on everything you sent me. You're tuned in to Sadior Presents Open Conversation on Heat 100 Radio. We'll be right back.
I've never owned a pair. I never saw. I guess.
What was the purpose of 40 years to life? Why didn't they just give her life?
They want to see.
I think it's
This is why the system is like it is.
I believe somebody else was involved too.
There's a whole lot of people involved.
She did not do that by herself.
But she
And I
I'm
want to
so
know.
mad that they did not. They won't. They not even going to press it that somebody. They really say they think nobody was involved.
No, that's not true because
But my thing is, before I let you go to jail, I'm telling it. So why she ain't telling it?
Well, there's a whole lot of people up in the Cascades, up in the catacombs that ain't did what they were charged with because they won't tell.
I'm telling it.
You can forget that if it's me or you. And my life was, hey, check this out, yo. Him did it. dressed in this, and I can tell you what's
What's Bernie Mac say? I ain't going to jail for none of you motherfuckers. I be in the front like, yeah, Yana, it was him.
It was him.
Shot him in the head 14 times and tried to call you with the line.
Matter of fact, I told you before, Yana, if God on the other line, and I called, put his ass on hold. I got stuff to tell you. This is for real. I mean, 40 years? You 21, 40 years? What you?
Wow.
60.
60.
Your life is up.
A whole 6 up.
Your life is gone.
You said you like the front door. Yeah.
Your life is gone.
Her mother's defending her.
Her
Her
mother,
daughter is a monster.
Did you like it?
her mother defended her?
Gus's mother defended her. Said my daughter didn't do this. And now it comes up. She goes to court and says, I did it. I'm the one that picked her up, and I'm the one that let her go. But I'm not that monster.
That monster of what? What is she saying? Did something happened in between? The time did something happen in between the time she let her go?
Yeah, they had a broom. They
sodomized that whole person.
The broom and everything. Yes, that baby is messed up. It's super.
And what she mean she not a monster?
Because she wasn't, they said
She
whoever
didn't-
did this
she
was
didn't
a
kill her.
monster.
She didn't
kept
do it.
saying it.
She only took her out the school and took her to the playground. She didn't do all the monstery
monster
things.
stuff. So they kept saying, whoever did this to this little girl is a monster.
Well, that's just trying to poke a hole, trying to build a case for defense reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that was. But see, you're not gonna have reasonable doubt if you ain't got nobody else.
She got 20 years to life and was charged with involuntary, deviant sexual intercourse causing serious bodily harm.
See, what I don't think. See, I agree with the sentence, right? Because you done put yourself in, you done admitted to it. But I want to know how come the rest of these goddamn trees ain't going up for sure. You know, that they all of a sudden here they go. They're disappearing from the public eye again.
This basically say
The Catholic priests are getting away with, you know.
What else you got?
What is it? What you say? It's
Look,
what
wake up, dude. See,
Sadior.
I'm so registered to hearing music.
OC.
Sadior, OC, yeah.
And you know, they found her in the park. She had the aunt's jacket on. And you know how you get a pay stub and all it's got is numbers and date time and your money? But they couldn't track it back to what job that pay stub belonged to. And the aunt gonna say, that wasn't my jacket.
She lying.
It was her jacket.
I know that man was saying he never got it. He didn't get his reward.
Yeah.
Is it the brother that picked her up?
They
Yeah,
found
so-
He ain't gonna get it either. He ain't gonna get it.
Okay, that'll work.
This is America, spelled Ameriikkaa. Alright? If you're looking for a fair exchange, you can forget that. Welcome back, everybody. This is Open Conversation
On Heat 100 Radio.
on Heat 100 Radio.
Everybody look at me.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if there was some food at the
I don't know, he's waving.
waving like you got a dish coming through the door.
So we can't. I was like, y'all gonna get some?
Look at y'all. They want food.
Hey, look, we're foodies.
Say we're foodies. All right, the time is 6:40. We're going to start the topic, then we're going to take a break for Miss Dark Child's Remember This Throwback moment. So stay tuned. 5 minutes to 7. You hear that? And we're going to get into the topic real quick. Organ donation. Now, let's give a little bit of information about our guest, Marquita, so that way people know why this is the topic that you decided to sit in with the host of Open Conversation. Give us a little bit. You're not going to bother your business. Just a little bit.
Well, again, my name is Marquita. Last year, May 31st, 2014, I received a phone call that my 13-year-old had an asthma attack and he went into cardiac arrest. On June 7th, we pronounced him brain dead. As I sat in that hospital, I could remember a conversation that I had with my 13-year-old, my hero. His name is Marquise. We talked about organ donation because in 2008 I found out I had lupus. He asked me what did it mean. I said, you know, one day I may need a kidney. Don't worry. There's a place that will give me a kidney. He told me, don't worry. I can have his. So as I sat in the hospital for those 10 days, all I could think about was that conversation. So I decided to donate my son's organs. They kept telling me he was just brain dead, that everything else was working. So I felt that it was the right choice. And in doing that, my son was able to save 3 lives. His heart went to a young man named Noah. His right kidney went to a young man named Keith. And I just recently received a letter from his last recipient who has the other kidney and his liver. His name is Nathan. So I'm glad they have me here today so that we can talk about organ donation and how important it is in the African American community.
And that's more so one of the reasons why we wanted to talk about this, because people don't talk about it. And that's why a lot of people inbox me and text me and say they love open conversation, because we like to talk about topics that people are scared to talk about. And at the same time, you know, we try to entertain, you know, people to keep their attention. So first, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in that's listening to Open Conversation. If you have any input or any information you would like to give us while we're on the air till 8 p.m., you can call us at 267-368-5328. Please make sure you check us out on Ustream so you can see what goes on behind the scenes. You search Ustream, the letter U, stream.com, search Sadior. It's spelled Sadior, the letter O-C, capitalized. Kev, you ever, I know when you came in, you said this is a deep topic. And
It is a very deep topic to myself. First of all, let me just put this out there. Organ donation is without a doubt one of the more sensitive topics of discussion. It's filled with a bunch of hypocrisy. It's also filled with a bunch of good things, bad things. I'm on the end of it's something good. I had my angel, he rides with me every day. My grandson, at 4 weeks, he had a heart transplant. He lived to be 6.5 years old. On September 15, 2012, he suffered a viral attack, but the pressure was so hard on him, because he was a little guy. The pressure was so hard on him that the heart gave out. We knew he was an at-risk baby when my daughter was carrying him. So, for us to have him for the time that we did, it's nothing but good vibes about it. He wouldn't have been here had that person not made the ultimate sacrifice, like you, Marky, and decided to donate, you know, the organs for someone else. Throughout, your son now lives in 3 other people, and they're hopefully they'll lead long-lasting lives. My grandson was a jewel to us. He still is. It opened my eyes about a whole lot of things. I often go through thinking that, you know, how can we be so cruel to each other when actually there are a whole lot of people out here who are kind to each other. So this topic doesn't get discussed that often, but when it does get discussed, I hear a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about how people are just trying to kill other people and selling their organs on the black market. And, you know, they're just taking the black life as though it means absolutely nothing to prolong other people's. I'm like, well, can I please have some proof of this? This is Hollywood gone way left. I just want to figure out why is it that the History Channel, as well as us as a culture, always want to find the deepest, darkest, ugliest, dare I say it, Illuminati moments
That's
to discuss. I mean, it's
that's what they grab. Not to cut you off, but that's something that I noticed, that out of every good thing, there's always a team of people, I'll say, that want to try to make things bad.
Yeah.
And as I did research, you know, before the show, about the whole organ donation, like as of April of 2015, 24,000 patients began new lives because of organ donation, which is a nice number, but from what I see, it needs to be more, because there's 124,000 people in the United States currently waiting for some donations from different things, hearts,
Right.
stuff like that. One of the cities, New York, you know how you have to sign for to donate your organs on your driver's license?
right. It's on mine. I actually have it on my driver's license.
But in New York, it automatically goes, you have to sign that you don't
Want it. Right. Okay.
So that's something that I think, but what's bad about that though is 50 out of the 50 states, New York, and I was trying to figure these numbers out. Out of the 50 states, New York is the top one out of 50 states that don't donate organs. That was like, wow. They automatically, so that means a lot of people in New York saying no. They don't want to donate their organs.
There's more people there. You have a higher percentage of somebody to say no.
Right,
There's more people there within the city.
right.
So their per capita of people saying no is going to be a higher number than the rest of the country. When probably in a smaller spot, there are more people saying no than they have. You know, it's just the numbers. It's always numbers, and it's unfortunate.
Right.
Because there are a lot of good-hearted people out there that are making that sacrifice. That are, you know, okay, before we actually end this, before we actually go on through, and I couldn't imagine I mean, I never even got a chance to mourn my grandson because the rest of the family was coming apart, and I had to stay in the hospital like,
Right.
you know, and throughout the whole week and everything leading up to the burial and all the rest of that, it was just like I just never even got a chance. For you as a mother, I can't even imagine the thought of the loss that occurred. No mother wants to bury that child. You just.
Well, you know, it was a place where I really had to put my big girl shoes on, and just be glad that my grandma took me to church every day, and I knew my faith. I know we all have to go. It really sucked that it had to be my son, but knowing what I did and seeing the smiles on these 3 young men's faces, knowing that it's not for grieving moms, that stuff gives me a lot of comfort. I volunteer with the Gift of Life, who are a super duper organization.
They're wonderful.
They don't give me a chance to be sad. I will be sitting in a house, wake up sad, and one of them will send me an email or a text just out the blue. Christmas, they call me. Thanksgiving, they call me. His birthday, they call me. They involve me in anything I can get my hands on. I speak at churches. I speak at high schools. Anywhere I can speak and tell my story to try to get our African community to stop believing all these myths and everything. You know, I speak anywhere they ask me to speak because I'm very passionate about organ donation and I'm proof that it saves lives. Not one time I was in that hospital did they not try to save my son. Even after I decided to donate his organs, they came in, cleaned him up, put his pumps on, you know, did everything they did as if they thought he was going to wake up. So to say they won't save you as one of the myths is just ridiculous. You know, as I speak, I just hear so much ignorance. My religion. Well, you chose your religion, so why you can't choose this? You know, so every religion honors organ donation because it's not a religion thing, it's a choice.
Right.
It's a simple choice that somebody may talk about you when you're long gone. And everybody doesn't qualify as an organ and tissue donor.
That's true.
To be an organ donor, you have to be pronounced brain dead, which means your brain's not working, but your organs are. If you get shot 92 times and it's on your card as an organ donor, they don't want your organs because they're no good. You may qualify to give tissue or your eyes.
Yeah, they took.
But you know,
my daughter donated.
Educate yourself. That's all I'm asking people to do is educate yourself on it before you say stuff like no, or my religion, or they ain't gonna save me, or I can't have an open casket. My son looked beautiful, and half of the people didn't even know he didn't have a heart, a liver, or a kidney.
One of the big problems that I've seen come out of this is when you get the mass hysteria, like the unfortunate incident that happened down in Georgia. I think it was in Georgia, where they killed this young 17-year-old and they stuffed his body with newspaper. Now, whatever happened to his organs, nobody knows, and this is still going on for at least. He was a high school student, something after a basketball game, and from one side of town to the other, they killed him, and then they finally found him. He was dead already, but how his organs were removed from his body and the family, just a whole big mess about it. And then it trickled over into organ donation. See, they murdering our own black people just to take their organs, and this is, I'm like, no, this is not true. This is not true. That was an obvious over the top hate crime.
Yeah.
Whatever, because they had beat this boy beyond recognition.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, once I decided to donate his organs and they sent the lovely two ladies from the Gift of Life out, you know, they sat down because I still didn't know much about it. You know, I figured they would just cut them and take what was good. They had a whole list of everything, every organ, everything in the body. I was able to check what I wanted to check, you know.
Right.
You know, they walked me through it. They offer grieving classes, you know. You just get more educated, and working with them over the past year, I've just got so much more educated than what I've known even when I decided to donate his organs.
Right.
Because I've met a young man who has donor eyes. That made me mad that I didn't donate his eyes, you know, because I really didn't know, and because the situation was so tight at the time, you know, I just went with the major organs that I knew.
Right. Well, I guess because it's technology is moving forward the way it is, you know, is medicine starting to become meddlesome to a lot of people.
And on that note, real quick, not to cut you off, Kev, we're going to take a break so we can get into Miss Dark Child's. Remember this throwback moment. We're going to take a quick, 30-second break and come right back. You're tuned in to Sadior presents Open Conversation on the Heat 100. Do it. Focus. Just let it run 30 seconds and bring it right back in, yeah, because we running behind our time.
I'm sorry.
That's what man called that. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that junk music y'all playing. I'm like, send us the stuff we need, bro. We won't play that thing. Alright, you ready? Ready? Oh! I was asleep.
Hey, 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 hey. Why I keep saying hey? I don't know. All right. I know last week when we were on the show, I promised you good people that I was going to tell you about things that happened at Black Beauty Salons. But I'm not. I changed my mind. I know y'all was waiting, but
Yes, we
I
were.
didn't get the list completely done because I need to think hard on these topics. It'd be a whole work discussion.
We won't
So
be
some
sued.
people was mad at SOBs.
So what you got?
That I'm gonna do. No, so you thought I was gonna do something smart. These words that black people use that are wrong. Y'all ready?
You ready?
Mark, I don't think they ready. These are words that black people use that are wrong.
Am I
And I'm getting ready to give it to you. Yeah, you are. Words that black people use that's wrong. Scrim. That's shrimp. Put the dishes in the zinc.
Now I'm guilty for that.
That's a sink.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty for that.
Oh, man.
Oh, I was at this party and we had some Horace Duvers. They are hors d'oeuvres.
Horace Duvers.
I think that means that black people can't.
You know what? He was bad, but today he was worser. Worser just ain't a word. And why y'all keep using it? You know what, girl? I need y'all to be Pacific. Pacific is an ocean. I just need you to be specific. Please now. Girl, I seen all these mouses. They mice. Honey, you don't even know what your cat is chasing. You know what? When I see Mr. Mark, I'm going to ask him a question. Ask. Not ask. When we ask somebody something, ask. Stop. But you know what, Mark? Irregardless of who's going to be on the show, I'm going to be there. Did you say irregardless? Irregardless. Why? Black people, why? Irregardless. I'm going to stop you.
Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead up the street. No, it's the street. Street. Stop it.
Is that even a word?
Yup.
Street.
You know what? I almost tripped over the curve. No, that's a curve.
Curve.
Guess what, Mark? Ooh, Brother Divine, I got some new Nikes. That's just Nike, honey. N-I-K-E. Why y'all adding all them extra letters to the sneaker? It's just a Nike. N-I-K-E. Stop it with the Nike. Black people. Oh, I seen Dark Child at the comedy show. She killed it. I killed it. How about you not use that word? Killed it ain't a word. Not the way y'all use it.
Killed.
All right. Simply D, just pin it over there. Pin it. How about put? Why do y'all use these words? Black people. The one that kills me is irregardless, scrimp, and worser.
What about Porsche?
No.
He said no.
Do you have a word?
Battery.
Battery. Not battery. Battery.
She gonna have you over here thinking the word. Look, every time somebody talk,
The word is Porsche, ladies and gentlemen. Porsche, not Porsche.
They don't. Irregardless, it's a Porsche. You're just trying to be worse. Stop. And what you eat for dinner? Scrim.
Well, what about Paschetti?
Paschetti, yeah. They say Paschetti. But Mark said he's guilty of zinc. Why?
put that in the sink.
Zinc too.
But that's
Why?
zinc is also a mineral. Iron.
Let me go iron my clothes for work.
I just can't get that out. So I think that's why.
Iron.
Iron.
Iron is what you
It's
put.
iron.
Iron is what you put your people in. Iron is what you put John, your clothes with.
I'm sorry for all of y'all that was waiting for me to give y'all Miss Dark Child things you see at black salons. I apologize that it didn't happen this week because somebody said to me, "Oh, where your comedy show at this weekend? I need you to be Pacific." Change the whole topic for y'all. I'm sorry. Don't say Pacific. So next week again, I will try to get in black hair salons, things that you see. But if people keep talking to me about Zincs and Pacifics and Nike and Street and Axe and irregardless, irregardless, is that even a word? Somebody dictionary us and call us at 263-368-5328 and tell me if irregardless is in the dictionary. DJ Manny Strong, I know you and your wifey listen. Please, irregardless.
So things at the salon,
Won't happen until next week.
do you see hairdressers there on time?
Won't happen. He trying to give it away.
Look,
Won't happen.
trying to get some.
Irregardless, I got my hair did. Whether I see them one time or not, it doesn't matter. Irregardless.
I wash my hair in the zinc.
I wash my hair in the sink. I want them to stop.
On that note, while we
Woo, Mark.
we're gonna take a quick. Look like Nancy gonna have me on the radio. We're going to take a quick. Making sure I say words right.
Pronounce the words.
We're gonna take a quick DJ Manny Strong mix. So get your tape decks ready. Get your tape decks ready and check out DJ Manny Strong. We'll
Why
be
did you
right
say
back.
take that?
The time is 7:05 p.m. We'll be right back after the mix to get back into the topic.
DJ Manny Strong! Irregardless. Wow.
Trying to ask people to tell them to spell air.
I really was going to try to do that. I got it here.
Well, let's do it. Have some fun because she canceled with the cancel show. No, you know what? We still gonna do the cancel show. She just won't be the guest. Because who the other coming? I got Tonya. I'm gonna do the lung cancer walk. I would like to get somebody with the breast cancer, all of them together.
Survivors.
Yeah, all the survivors. So I know she's supposed to talk to somebody that's a 3-time survivor from breast cancer, from cancer. And she lost her son. She lost like 3 people from cancer. And she's trying to get her. I gotta reach out to her and see if she talks to her.
I just reconnected with a guy I used to work with at the War Department. He just told me Tuesday. He just telling me that he just survived prostate cancer.
She's trying to talk to me.
She wants your phone. Tell her you don't got no games. That's what you
I
better tell her.
really don't have games.
Because that's all she wants.
I really don't have games.
You gotta use that raggedy phone I got.
Oh, you wanna play? That's not mine. That really, I don't know some of that stuff. We almost. Oh, we ain't say what's up. Wait a minute. Where is our mascot? We ain't say nothing about the mascot today.
Sprint.
People do be like that.
Sprint.
I don't think I never realized that they were really saying that. You don't really pay attention.
What's up, Ustream? We ain't got Simply D here to give y'all
A play-by-play, but you enjoying yourself.
Pacific.
Pacific
Yeah, let me
information.
give y'all some Pacific information.
Yeah. Thank you. So we get gifts. Oh, we get gifts, right? We had gifts in a while.
I told her.
You told her.
Man, stupid.
Yeah,
You
I
see,
told her.
irregardless, Wikipedia.
Okay, our language. I guess we've been here long enough. We ought to be able to articulate it. Is that what you're saying?
I decided I want to your pen.
I know. I put this on my page. I do.
But if they say hors d'oeuvre, they just can't read. That one is a can't read. The rest of them it is. Yeah, that's if they can't read.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, that's just they can't read.
They've been watching too many movies, too many comedy shows.
That's all that.
I'm not sorry, people, but that's what happened.
But battery, that's one for me. What? Wait a minute.
What we got in here?
A bat in a tree? What do you say?
We ain't gotta record it straight through.
You gotta charge the battery. Huh?
We get gifts here at Open Conversation. Woo.
What they say? Who did your shirts? Gift of Life, Trinidad, 2015. That's hot. Nice. First, we don't order donuts.
Yeah, well, the walk will be next month. The heart disease walk. They do it down at the lake.
Let's just go ahead and
Is it at the, no, it's at Citizens Bank. It says, what is it? No, it's the lake. It's the lake. That's what.
Well, it's hard to sit there. They're doing it. The kid you sit there. They're doing one.
I'll put the information on later. Because I got like 6 videos of her.
Next weekend, they had the kidney walk in Delaware.
Yes.
But yeah, his heart recipient, they have a site, Heart for Noah,
Oh, okay.
through Facebook.
Yeah.
I donate a lot.
Actually, on the news, I don't know if you've seen it. He was a hometown hero. They sent them the what do they call it?
Let's see what else.
Miracle Network.
Yeah, one of those. I don't think it was a miracle, but it was one of those. They sent them to Disney.
Right. That's what. Yeah, my grandson went there.
When he came back, they gave him an escort and
Complete with the limo ride.
his family saved us on the news and on everything. And his kidney recipient, he's just like this little amazing little kid who sings and does like ballroom dancing.
Oh, okay.
And
I gotta learn how to salsa. That's my move.
one of the things, and his heart recipient is actually a young Caucasian boy.
Oh, okay.
So when they met us, I was like, I wonder how they're gonna feel. You know what I mean? Because
It's
we
a
don't
drop.
know. But so when
That's
I
how
was
we
in
get
my
down here at
house,
Open
I
Conversation.
said it to her, 'cause I
Do research before you
I'm
judge.
like, you think they're okay? Like, how do they feel? She was like, I don't think that matters. I was like, because when I'm talking to people, that's one of the things they say. No, because I don't want my organs to go to no white person, or I don't want my organs to go. I'm like, what?
You don't even know. This happened.
You're up in heaven, like you're gone. Like, why is that the first thing on your mind when they put you in the bed?
This happened back in 2012. In my case, anyway, what I'm talking about, and they let us meet the family. Well, they didn't. I'm sorry, they didn't let us meet the family at first. It was like because and it was a little girl's heart.
Did you guys go through the gift of life?
Afterwards,
Okay.
it wasn't before. Because it was just believe me, it was a shock. I had him all week, taking him back and forth to school, and my daughter decides she wants to stay home from work, and that's the day I don't have him is the day that he, so I felt some kind of way, even though it's in God's hands. It wasn't my call, right? But it was so interesting that even in his passing, it's a short life or a long life, whichever way you want to look at it. Because some people don't have their child for a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So 6 years, 7 years is forever to some people. But she got a chance to donate his eye. So to me, that was in a form of paying it forward, right? And I advocate for it. You know, because I saw that it saved my grandson's life. No, he didn't live to be 35 and all the rest of that. But hell, some people live to be 35 and they go through torture every day they live because of what's going on within them. You know, it's just a hard, miserable situation. So he was blessed. He went everywhere. Every time I turned around, they were gone, traveling somewhere. The Miracle Network sent them to Disney with all the rest of that. I couldn't go. Job and all but it's something to be said for people who understand.
Sharon says she's going on the floor at your segment.
That's what's up.
I mean, it's just amazing to me that how people just like how you just say no, like you're gone, like just like what, like just say. And that's one of my things I tell people now. Okay, you don't want it on your life, then just tell a family member. Have a conversation with your mom, your dad. You know, let them know. You know, or what your wishes are. Like, it should not be. Why does everything have to be our black community struggle with this? Our black, like, why is that? Like, it just bothers me so much.
Until they hit the number. Well, I'm paid.
Like, it just bothers me. I mean, I had
It's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy.
49 people in the hospital when my son was in the hospital daily. And I can tell you that probably none of them are, like, until I started advocating for it, then they started wanting to understand it and do it. But nobody liked my decision. My mom, his dad still doesn't like it. He still doesn't join anything I do. How can you not join when your son is such a hero?
Your son is a legacy.
And we're back. This is the one and only Philadelphia's Princess County, Mr. Child. And we are here on Heat 100 Radio, 267-368-5328.
Yes.
We are on Ustream. We are here live in the building now.
Real quick, if you missed this show or you missed any of the past shows, go to youtube.com, search Sadior, Sadior LLC, and this show will be posted by, well, I got free time, so it'll be up tonight. Not tonight, by tomorrow morning. You can check out this show and please share with your friends, your cousins, your families, your aunt, uncles, sisters, brothers, dogs, cats, fish, and let them know to tune in and check out Open Conversation every Thursday night here on Heat 100 Radio, 6 p.m. 8 p.m. Now,
next week's segment is going to be about things your mad coworker does when they mad. Please tune in.
Definitely.
You're going to write that down, and I'll be working on it all week.
So if you want to give her some input on that, you can email her
at OCMissDarkchild@gmail.com.
OCMissDarkchild@gmail.com. And if you have a dum-dum moment and you want to get at Simply D, his address is W. Like, no, I'm gonna pick it. It's OCSimplyD@gmail.com. And if you want to get at me, Mark 5, it's the Simply Sadior LLC@gmail.com. Or Mr. Divine, I want him to feel left out. OCMrDivine@gmail.com. Is that right?
No, OC Divine.
OCDivine@gmail.com. It's the same dude that always talks about his Mr., but his email don't even. Now back to the topic. After we didn't play with gifts behind the scenes that was given to us, Donate Life.
She didn't even give them to her. She just put them on a chair.
Yeah,
she didn't present yet.
She got her book.
Right,
she
didn't
got her
present
notes.
yet.
She's going to give y'all some knowledge.
You got to wait till she present that.
Okay. Even though I already dug in.
Already raided the
Dug
bags.
into the bag.
Dug in the bag
So,
and everything.
follow me on Instagram. You'll see what's in the bags before we get to see what's in the bags.
See there, one
Mr.
tap
Mark
me in
5,
before
Mark
everybody
with
else.
a C.
in the
Simply
bag.
D says. So, back to the topic. With what have you, give us some of input ever since the situation happened, what you've done to help others understand more about the whole organization that you work with. You know, like if I wanted to know more, how would I get in touch with the organization?
So like I said, I work with the Gift of Life as a volunteer. You can always get more information on organ donation at www.givelife.org. donors1.org. There you can find information on how to become a donor, how to volunteer with the Gift of Life, more information. They also have information on there about the different religions and how they feel about organ donation. So if you are one of those people that says it's not your religion, please go to their website and you will see your religion there, and you will see that every religion honors organ donation.
Now, give that address again, and is it the number one or is it OB?
It's the number one, so it's www.donors1.org.
Okay.
And I'm actually a member of the Multicultural Affair Coalition, which is a minority set. And we go around to churches, we go to schools, we go to different community events, anywhere where we can talk about the importance of organ donation. I also recently just started a foundation for my son. It's called Marquise WW Foundation, where we're going to be focusing on asthma awareness and providing free CPR training to all asthmatic families. I'm doing a coloring book for asthmatics. Hopefully I can get it done by Christmas. We made hats and scarves, homemade hats and scarves that we're selling for our foundation. And along with the foundation, we will still be advocating organ donation.
Okay. So let me ask you, with the organization, do you have what's the new sites that everybody do? That raise money to help the organization?
GoFundMe?
Yeah, GoFundMe account?
I don't have a GoFundMe, but we do have our website that I'm proud to say that I put together myself.
Okay.
Probably only took me a long time. I'm actually still working on it, but it is up. It's www.dot foundation, and that's .com. If you go there, you can get information on the Gift of Life, information on asthma awareness, information on my mom's book club called Grieving Moms 101. And there's also a spot there where you can make donations. I do have an account open for them, for this organization. I just finished my 501 paperwork. Now I know why people charge you $400 to do it, because it was very tedious.
Yeah.
But I've just finished it, so I'm going to be submitting that soon. So hopefully I can start getting the grant money I need to be able to offer the families the free CPR training. Because I remember sitting in plenty of asthma classes, and no one ever asked me did I know CPR. They always showed you how it looked when the lungs tighten up, but no one ever asked me what do you do when you stop breathing.
Right. So basically, support. I mean, we support everything else. And when it comes to the importance of, like you said, CPR, that I think is one of the top things. It used to be a big deal. Remember how CPR classes used to be talked about?
There are. If you work with daycare centers, anything around children, adults, nursing homes, anywhere that you come in contact with people, you can be the driver for paratransit. You now have to be certified. So what is basically moving to is 90% of the population will be certified or at least knowledgeable of the procedures of first aid CPR. Shelter in place, we do that when there's some type of terrorist act, or there's somebody walked to a building unknown. First aid, if you're driving and pick up somebody in paratransit and they go into cardiac arrest, you should know how to give those first 2 rescue births and chest compression. First aid from when you knew it 5 years ago has changed.
Yeah.
It is no longer the the way it was 2 years ago, because they had to turn and retrain us all, because they're saying that, and I'm gonna try to quote it correct, that the first 2 rescue breaths are the most important in saving the life, and then to the chest compressions. They stopped with the top till look at the chest, see if the chest is rising. They don't want you to do it. They want you to go straight to the breaths and give them until somebody more certified can do it, or till you become no longer able to do it. That's a question on the test that they really emphasize. When should you stop CPR first aid?
When you're unable to.
When you are unable to, or if someone more trained
Right.
comes into the building. So that there is to be remembered. So if you remember first aid CPR again in the last 5 years, please go back to the Red Cross. I know they offer classes in a lot of community, within our community, a lot of the rec centers, they too offer first aid CPR classes, because a lot of those CNAs need them. So they give them the class. Take the $15. Don't buy weed that week. Don't buy no beer that week. Don't go get your shrimp and your Dujin and crabs, Dungenese, and take the CPR.
But I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of people just don't get it. Like, people just don't want to put money out, and that's why my foundation is going to be there for those asthmatic families. They don't have to worry about $15, $10. They would just come get the training that they need. So, you know, when if their child was to go into cardiac arrest, they would know what to do, and they wouldn't be just trying and hurting them more, or just looking not being able to do anything. Unfortunately, I was not there when my son went into cardiac arrest. I'm gonna hope that the ambulance man knew what he was doing, and it was just my son's time. But had he been in my care, I'm not CPR trained. I would have tried, but would I have hurt him more than help him? So that's one of the things within our foundation that I'm really going to be focused on, getting with sports organizations, the football teams, the baseball teams, seeing what kids have asthmatic on their teams, and really starting from there, because, you know, Marquis' asthma really stopped him from playing a lot of sports. His asthma was really bad, whereas though you're supposed to be able to play sports when you have asthma, it's supposed to help and work for you, but
Well, anything, and I think I can talk for everybody in the conversation, anything we can do to help raise money, or, you know, give our service to help do what you're trying to do. Of course, like I tell everybody, just let us know. You know what I mean? You know, if we can do anything as far as talk on the radio, you have an event or something that you need to raise money, selling candy or whatever the case may be, let us know. We'll try to do the best that we can do with our, 5 people that follow us.
Oh, I'm quite sure there's more out there. You people out there, y'all need to start hitting that number, 267-368-5328, because I'm quite sure this topic affects more than just the people that are discussing this. I know it does. It is unfortunate, but just to relate back to a point you made earlier about where are the priorities. If $10 is too much for somebody to pay to learn to save a life, maybe your family, it doesn't have to be a friend or a stranger, but if that's too much to pay for a life, how come an Xbox is under everybody's tree? Or, Jordans, or they're the next must-have next week when the paycheck comes. Hey, our priorities, our necessary thoughts, we have to get out of this mindset of what we're spending as opposed to what we're investing in. You're investing in yourself to be able to try and help someone else, to be able to try and help someone else save a life, someone close to you. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a stranger. It could be a family member. It could be a child. It could be some next door neighbor. But you can't just, everybody just can't say they can't do it or they can't get involved because they don't have $10, $15. That is, it's not necessary. And for foundations like yours that are coming up, that are going to become nonprofit 501(c)(3)s and, you know, be able to have the resources and the ability to be able to help people free of charge. Damn it, everybody out there better get on board with this. Because we're talking about our self-preservation.
And just because it's free, that don't mean that you can't take $5 or $10 to donate towards the, you know, the whole cause. You know, because I noticed that when you say free, people jump on it. But you got to realize that the individuals that's having the free event had to work for it to be a free event. So if you have $10, $5, or whatever the case may be, donate it. I mean, don't buy the cheesesteak or whatever that you was going to buy. You know, I mean, it's $5.
Chances are we're not cooking it anyway.
Yeah, basically. That's a cheesesteak. You give it away to somebody else.
Well, you know what I mean? Somebody else's culture, chances are we're not the ones cooking it.
Yeah, so one thing that I want to, something I ain't forget about you, because I know you sent me some things. One of the things that Simply D texted me was when it comes to, and I don't know if you know this, or Kel, you might know it. Say in Philadelphia, an individual needed a heart.
Right.
Do they have it like, say if the person live in, I don't know, Texas, do they ship that heart if it fits for the person here, or is it a area type of thing?
Well, you have your, if you're waiting for a heart, your name is in, as far as I'll go to a registry.
Mm-hmm.
I know through the Gift of Life, they have their registry. So, you know, once I decided that I was going to work with the Gift of Life in doing my organ transplant, doing his organ transplant, you know, they just see who qualifies. Once they do all the tests, if the person qualifies and they live in Florida, then they fly it on down.
Okay.
I know I recently just found out that Keith, my son's right kidney recipient, he had his transplant done in Delaware.
Okay.
The next day, which would have been June 8th. His heart recipient actually had his done that night, which was his birthday on June 7th.
Wow.
So June 7th becomes my son gets his wings,
And somebody else
and
gets to
then
live.
someone else gets to live. And like I said, that's
Rebirth.
on his birthday. You know, I have a friend who always says to me, nothing never dies. He always said it. And I really never, and I said, yeah, people die all the time, babe. He said, no, really, babe, nothing never dies. And until, you know, I was put in a situation last year, I really know that nothing ever dies, because my son really did not die. Like, his soul is at rest, but he still lives on. And he's a Scorpio, so I really hate to tell him that he's right, but he's supposed to be streaming from Harrisburg, so maybe he's listening and now he knows he's right.
Well, they also, with doing research, it said that 21 people die each day because the organs that's needed aren't donated in time. So I guess, you know, with people dragging their feet and stuff like that.
And probably half of those people are African American.
Yeah, that's something else. But see, I couldn't find 2015. It kept bringing up 2002 for the percentages, which was deep that Caucasian people donate organs more than any other. Wait, Kev.
Well, like I was just
Who's controlling that information though?
Yeah, every
I mean, because I've seen it.
Right,
because
right.
I've seen it more than once.
Right.
And it's not just them.
Right.
It crosses the whole kaleidoscope of people. There are people from every different walk of life and every different culture, and they're doing the same thing. Sometimes, I guess, the metrics of it,
Right, right.
who's jotting down what, says how many people are doing what. But if you go into the hospitals, they couldn't tell you one number or the other. All they know is that they're repairing, they're saving.
Right, right.
One of the hospitals that I've spoke to, and really good with their organ donation is Temple. They're really doing really good with organ donation over there at Temple. I was very proud to speak over there and meet some of those people over there. I've also did some volunteering at area Torresdale Hospital. They're doing really good too with their organ donation. I mean, it's doing good, but it needs to be doing better. And you know, that's just why anything they ask me to do, any place they ask me to talk, you know, I'm all for it.
So let me ask you, what do you feel as though your personal opinion, and this is for you and Kev, matter of fact, and you, Dart, what's your personal opinion what can be done to bring more attention to organ donation? Like, what do you see that's not being done that you feel as though maybe we can talk to the people that can be done? I mean, you know.
I mean, the only thing that really can be done is people to just educate themselves.
Right.
I mean, you don't just take the table out the box and just assume you know how to put it together. You're going to look at some directions to make sure you know how to put it together. So, you know, of course, when we first start, you know, if you're taboo to it, you're going to just be like, oh, no. But don't do that. Take the information. Go on the website. Read. Educate yourself, you know, before you start just saying no to something that you don't know anything about. Like I said, as far as for me, you know, it's what gives me a lot of comfort knowing what I did and being an advocate for the gift of life. It gives me a lot of comfort knowing what I did. I'm very, very proud of my decision. It doesn't bother me that some of his family or my family doesn't like it. People are going to talk about my son forever. One day, my son will be the face of Gift of Life. And maybe at that point, all of our family and friends will see how serious this topic is and how important it is. I mean, and at the end of the day, we don't need these organs in our next life. You really don't. So, you know, I just really don't understand why so many people are just opposed to it.
So even within your own household, your own family structure, you have some family members that are in disagreement
Yes.
with the idea
Yes, I
of
did.
organ donation.
Yes.
Wow. Even after you've seen how life gave life, how could you be opposed to it?
Well, in my family, it was a totally different thing. We went 180 of that direction. Everybody, and I mean everybody, from the top on down, the highest matriarch, all the way down to the youngest person who was able to legally make that decision, right? We all became donors because we saw what it did for life that probably wouldn't have made it 3 months. Because like I said, at 4 weeks, they performed the transplant. So I'm with you in the aspect of how can you be so negative about trying to help someone else if you have the ability and the capabilities of doing it. It seems to me that education, the lack of it, is such a detriment to our culture and for a whole lot of cultures because we don't take pride and time in looking into things that could personally benefit us, period. I think that in order for this whole thing to make it universal for people to become more positive with it as opposed to being skeptical, is that a whole lot of this hypocrisy about, you know, these people with they stealing organs, they stealing bodies, they killing people on purpose, you know, anything that's negative that gets front row, that gets front page notoriety.
Mhm.
With somebody like what you did, the decision you made with your son, it wasn't in no papers. It wouldn't have been covered by nobody, but yet still there are 3, 4 people going on, and possibly even extending life even further out, that branches out further from them. Your son's going to live a long, long time over a wide variety of places. And for people who can't see that, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that. I hope that at one day, at one point, common sense will get people to thinking that, you know what, they're gone. Everybody who comes here has an expiration date. You just hope yours ain't up no time soon. But in the case that it is, it doesn't mean that everything has to cease within you. You can continue to live on through others. I mean, we live on past our moms. When our moms give birth to us,
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say.
that's it. When mom gives birth to us, she lives on.
Right.
Period. It don't make a difference how long. If she passes at the table, or she lives 40 years within your life, she passes on. But she's passed on life through us.
Right.
And she's donated organs from her body into you, and you walk around here doing everything that everybody else does. I mean, get with it, people. Get with it. It's a beautiful thing. It's not nothing that's going to hurt or take away from anybody.
Nobody.
All it can do is enhance.
All it can do is help.
Mr. Archer?
I think it's more so, it's a touchy situation. I think that we just need to do as much as we can here to those that we have here. If it saves a life, so be it. You don't need it. All you're doing is feeding the bugs. It's gonna crawl in the casket and probably by. Donate your organs. I think we don't do enough spreading of the word. You go in, get your driver's license, they say, you wanna be an organ donor? And you so quick in a rush, no, and keep it moving.
Unless I'm at the DMV, because
That's
you
what I
don't
was
get a
going to
chance.
say.
Oh, well, I'm a donor mom. How are you? My hero's name is Marquise Wood, and I go right in. One of the things I'm very proud of with the Gift of Life is working with the DMVs and having a chance to be able to set up tables in there and, talk to people one-on-one and get people registered to be an organ donor. I think I've probably gotten about 10 people at the DMVs between Philadelphia and Delaware. So, that's, 10 people that walked in not being registered but walked out heroes.
That's funny that you said that, because after you said what you said, I was going to ask about, do they have some type of setup with the driver's license center to be able to talk to individuals? Because that's exactly what happened when you say, people go in, do you want to be a donor? They say no, they keep it moving. But if people was educated more on what is a donor and what happens, you just hear it. You're like, oh no. We quick to say no to everything. But if you get more knowledge on what a donor does and the effect that it takes, then maybe a lot of people would change their mind.
Well, I can tell you that I will not stop talking, even after my son becomes the face of the Gift of Life, which he will one day. I can also tell you that after it being a year now, that I do have a lot of my friends that are now organ donors, and they're all different religions, Muslim, Baptist, Catholic. They're all becoming organ donors now, and they're all telling me how proud they are of me, and that little stuff like that again gives me a lot of comfort.
That's good. Yeah, that's this shows like this is what comfort. I think host open conversation and Vine and Kev coming back all the time.
I love it here.
Passing this type of information on and being able to talk about things that people are scared to talk about. So it's 7:40. We're going to take a quick song break, come back, and close out the show. You're tuned in to Sadior Presents Open Conversation here on Heat 100 Radio. We'll be right back.
Mother, you okay? All right?
I heard you ain't sneezing.
Probably ran.
Hey,
Oh, you gave her a tablet? Oh, God. Thank you.
She on the step, but not that's London all day. Pop, the battery going dead. I was like, all right, it got charged. Look, she's sitting and watch the battery charge. It's almost charged. As soon as it hits the top, it's charged. Put your cooler in. I was like, but all day. All day. I was like, I love this thing. But then she learned so much from what she watched on it. It's crazy.
See, our babysitter was E.T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of your moments there?
Our babysitter was E.T. popping the VCR chat.
I love Channel 12. I tell my oldest son, that's how you learned everything, Channel 12. I don't remember teaching the alphabet. And he got all A's in school.
I try and tell people, I said, listen, I was in the military, and I was charged with defending this country's constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So that meant defending this place to defend life. So why wouldn't I give a second thought? Why would I give it a second thought to try and help preserve life if I could?
This is his kidney recipient mom. She said she's listening. Oh.
You know, there are extremes in just about every topic, but there's also some place where within that extreme there's a level of sense and sensibility.
I'm telling you, you wouldn't even believe some of the stuff
I believe it because
we do, you know, they're part of the Title 99. So a lot of times, like when they do the Peace on the Street, a lot of stuff Title 99 do. I actually spoke at this year's Peace on the Street at the Dell.
okay.
Me and another donor mom, she's from New Jersey. Her son had a heart attack. She was with her eyes and tissue. And you know, it's just amazing that what people say to me. Like,
how could you do that? How could you do that to your child?
One girl said, "I'm saving my organs for my kids." What?
You already gave them.
And we are back, as you hear. You might hear us as we coming in and talking. You want to get into the conversations? You know, you stream and you can watch and see what we do while we play music.
I had to move back on Ustream because I'm always blocking my co-host here, and that's not right.
So, that's why you're moving back.
Yeah, my big body is always in the way of her beautiful
well,
camera shots.
You gotta move up some so they can see your face.
But I do lean in from time to time. How y'all? Yeah. But,
so you're gonna be the man like on the other side of the TV show, the dude that's on the other side of the
camera.
That you only see his hat.
Oh,
and that
two Tim man.
Oh yeah, the guy just over the fence.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. Well, I just want y'all out there to know that I'm just doing that because she needs the camera time.
So
he wants me to have the camera time.
That's right. I want her to have the camera time. After she needs it. You know.
That's that squeaky chair that you hear. That's him leaning back.
Oh.
So
maybe that's what it is.
Monica, we got all these chairs.
Maybe I'm just nervous being next to Dark Child. That's probably what it is.
Dark laid back today.
You know what?
Everybody waited for that. Wait for it.
Wait for it. I'm actually intrigued because they did a link, Channel 10, about this raping that little 5-year-old girl, and it then got interested in it. It's crazy. That girl's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. That girl's crazy.
The one that
girl's crazy. I'm sorry. So it just intrigued me that people. You speaking of life, you took that girl's life. You will never know. She will never know what a normal life, to a certain extent, feels like.
Right.
Because you took her normality from her and gave her this life. So.
A cloud of judgment on everything.
A child that is in need, or an adult that is in need of organs. You took away the opposite. You took away the painful days when you gave them an organ. Just like she said, nothing never dies. You know,
And neither will that harm.
right. Really. So it's just extremely interesting as to how things come full circle. They say karma's a SOB, but I don't think so. I think karma is what you do. Not what you get.
That's very true. Because you might be the one that needed the organ.
But here's my thing. The first organ donation was, in my thought, it just popped in my head. Wasn't it from Adam to Eve? Wasn't it from that rib that she became?
That just got
Okay,
deep.
so,
I just figured.
Christ died for us.
She just got deep.
That was just a thought, so. A minute now to win it. 267-368-5328. Call.
Next
Everybody
week,
whose driver's license don't have a little organ donor symbol on it. You need to go back tomorrow, say you lost your license, and get it redone.
Or you can just go to www.donors1.org and register. Delaware, Jersey, and Philadelphia.
yeah. Next week we're going to discuss cancer. This month is going to be more. It's going to be a deep month. You know, sometimes we have fun. You know, which next month we definitely want to do because you know we won't be here, of course, the week of Thanksgiving. So you'll probably hear a pre-recorded
Thursday night.
Well, you know, I know. Well, we never here. You was here last year, but we had no. I was here. Let me correct that. I was here Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, which you know I don't celebrate holidays, so it don't hurt me.
I don't do it either.
I like for my co-host to enjoy, you know, time with their family. You know?
I'm just more of a personable, singular person at the holidays.
Right,
I like to have time to reflect on the ones that are going on.
right.
So that's just me.
Well, I mean, we get together because everybody's off for work, so we get the.
Hey, I guess you don't have a chance of that.
Family getting together,
You
we
know.
call it family time, and we
Yeah.
ask people because, you know, you just never know. It's just good to be around family because nowadays it's so hard for family to get together. Everybody's working. We don't take time to really
You know,
just
that
make a
work.
phone call and just say hi or text message and that's something that I really don't like about nowadays. That family don't extend that hi. It takes 30 seconds to send a text message to say hi. How are you? You know what I mean? And it irritates me. I mean, I try to do it as much as possible. I set up a group on Facebook with the family in it, and I say, hey, good morning, everybody. Love you. It's real simple. You know what I mean? You know, that's here or there. Hopefully things change and people take time to really appreciate each other a little more because it's needed. It's definitely needed. And this month is going to be deep because we're discussing cancer, domestic violence, a couple other topics that we're going to hit on the month of October.
Woo!
Plus, we're going to be at the
That
walk.
last one.
We got it's deep. We got a lot of the walks. I hope everybody's supporting the cancer walks and what is it, Stop the Violence walk. And what's the school one that? Shout out to Zai because she started her Me organization, bullying. This is the month that's awareness.
And that's
bullying.
big. That's something that really
big
needs
time.
to be addressed on a
Yeah.
I mean,
a daily
it's
basis.
a lot of things going on that we don't pay attention to that's needed to be brought to the table because it affects our children, it affects the adults. Last year we had Shalia on with our cancer show. She started an organization and I tried to hook her up with Diva because she did a film about cancer.
Right.
So that's what we do at Open Conversation. We try to connect the dots and build that circle, a networking circle, which, I'm going to introduce you to some people that support things you do and, support each other. Because like we said last week, that whole, crabs in a barrel syndrome, we know that it's going on, but we don't pay attention to it. We build our own barrel with our crabs and everybody pulls each other up in our barrel. And that's what we do here at Open Conversation. We bring people to the table to discuss different topics and different things that they want to talk about, to try to bring awareness to different things like we brought tonight. So I think what we're going to do is, if Miss Darkchild don't have anything, we'll probably, you know, I know we early, we got 9 minutes, but we're going to take this time and do some Instagram videos behind the scenes, take some pictures, so that way people can go on the social media and get all the information if they missed this show about the organ donation and the. Oh yeah, we gotta get our bags from Donate Life.
And
We ain't give our bags. So
You got yours. You know what's in it. I'm gonna be getting mine acting like I'm surprised. Like, what?
Everybody on Mr. Mark with a C 5 Instagram knows what's in the bags because I did a video and I posted.
Alright.
And we definitely appreciate gifts.
Well, you
Well.
posted it already. And
Yeah, you know how I get down, man.
Plug it, man.
You know, or they saw it on, you know,
On Ustream.
Right.
But if they didn't see it, they can go to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah.
well, I just want to say
Simply
thank you.
I like that. Pull each other up. That's right. Simply did say we like that we pull each other up, which, you know, that's like Big Brother. He'll be back next week. You know, this is his season where a lot of shows he might not be here, but he's here. And of course, we had Mr. Kev Johnson in the building and some of our other past guests come on to fill those shoes of Simply D, and hopefully he can call in.
We'll just stand there. We ain't filling them.
Yeah,
Can't do that. But
that's
we'll
some big
stand
shoes
there.
to fill.
Yeah.
That's some big
We'll
shoes.
stand there. We'll stand beside. We
We
ain't
get
waiting
into
for
a
nothing to
dum-dum
sit
moment.
there.
You know, anybody got a dum-dum moment? I really want to touch on the dum-dum.
You know what's a dum-dum?
What's the dum?
Them people that done pulled out them Ugg boots already. And it ain't even been below 70 yet.
Oof.
It's gonna be 65 on Saturday. That's a dum-dum. Why do you dum-dums go ahead and pull out them triple wool boots, dum-dum, before it even hit below 70, dum-dum? Your feet stink, dum-dum. They wool,
Look,
dum-dum.
let's see.
Your legs.
DJ Manny Storm, let's see. I think I got a bag for you.
Yeah,
He's like, where my bag? I get all the text messages.
Yeah, where my bag at? Yeah, okay.
I got two bags, brother. I got two.
Shout out to all the dum-dums.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate everybody for listening. The Sadior presents Open Conversation. Tune in tomorrow morning with Simply Monica, the morning brush, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So what you doing the rest of the week?
The rest of the week, I'm going to finish this job that I have to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? Painting, handyman service, and all that good stuff. That's it, really. And spend time at home.
Okay, I got a comedy show on Saturday. I'll be out in Norristown at the Jeffersonville Golf Course. So if anybody want to come see me, don't. But
What you got going on before we get off the air? Any things that we should come visit or anything you got going on?
Well, one, I just want to thank you guys for having me, letting me tell my story about my hero. I want you guys to keep all my son's recipients in your prayers. Noah, Nathan, Keith. I'm actually going to be doing a fashion show on Saturday. Trying to pull it up. I'm so slow with everything.
Well, why she pulling
It's
up
called
there?
shows. It's called Shows and Luncheons. It's at the New Jerusalem COGIC on Germantown and Clapper. It's a free event. It starts at 1 o'clock. I'm modeling with the life.
You should talk to Simply D. You know you model.
And
These
You
are
know you need a model.
these are all
male
they're
model.
either donor moms or recipients that are going to be modeling
Oh, y'all
on the
gonna be
show.
model. Oh, we should.
And I'm just going to be continuing to work on our foundation, trying to get that up and started. But again, I just want to thank y'all so much for having me and letting me talk about organ donation. Please, www.donors1.org. Please go get some more information on organ donation and go register at that site also.
Definitely, please. Please research stuff before you make decisions. Don't go by what you hear. Find out your own information. Simply D said again, so if y'all need another model. He said, he just texted me, said, I'm at them. Look, y'all need somebody, just let them know.
blowing up your phone, ain't you?
They're very strong. They making sure they not here, but they here, trust me.
They looking for their gifts. Ain't nobody slow. Yeah, you got your gifts on standby, fellas.
Yeah, definitely research everything, please, please. Don't make a decision by other people's statements. Research, and find out information yourself before you make a decision with donating or supporting or anything. I mean, it's real simple. With social media and the internet, it's so simple to go on and just find out information about anything that you need to know about. Just get it from don't get it from dumb pages that give information. And that's why I always bring up, anytime Kev Johnson is in the building, you're going to notice I bring up stats because I like to rub his feathers because you can't stand it. That's why as soon as I said it, I said, all right, come on, Kev, hit me with it. Because last week I brought something up with stats and you make a lot of valid points. So we definitely appreciate you for stepping in as usual here on Open Conversation. Anything else, Doc?
That's
Corny?
Corny and cocky, that's it. I'm coming out with my new summer hoodies. It's called Walking in My Season. Everybody got a season. Just walk in yours. And every season should be your season. So right now, I'm trying to hit me up with these t-shirts and these hoodies called Walking in My Season.
I like that.
So I've been using that hashtag for a couple weeks now. So everybody see it. I want y'all to come cop that so we can make this a movement. I want to empower people to empower themselves. So all sizes, shape, colors, everything, tails, t-shirts. So they'll be hot off the press as soon as me brother. Shout out to Relly Rel, handles everything. We're gonna be straight. Simply DB misses. Give out the shout out to Liz. I miss you more every time I sit down at the desk. Shout out to my man Fast Lane.
That's right. Anything you want me to say, Divine? I know you're quiet. Everything good?
Good.
I like that Open Conversation shirt, man.
He wants some scrap.
This boy
Let's
sparkling.
give him some scrap.
Look, this boy
I'm fitting to go.
We fitting to go.
Oh,
That's them down south country words.
And on
I'm
that,
with it.
Me come up with the country words that black people still using in
Uh-oh.
2050. Fitting a purr. They don't say there, they say purr. A purr. I'm going up purr.
onto the upper room.
Man, stop it.
It's 7:58. We appreciate
Go
all the
Cuz.
listeners, all the watchers,
Cuz.
and so on. I'm gonna educate you real quick. If you go to Instagram and you hit the hashtag Open Conversation Show, just look through some of the pictures, some of the guests, some of the topics, some of the flyers, and see how Open Conversation get down. All you just gotta do is click on the hashtag Open Conversation Show, or Miss Darkchild, Simply D, Mr. Divine, Mark 5, Chris H, or Kev Johnson. We all have our own hashtags if you want to just educate yourself on what is Open Conversation about. We appreciate you for listening. Tune in next week as we discuss cancer. Have a good night. We out. Any day now, Mr. Divine. That's it. All right, let's see some pictures real quick, man. Good show, good show. Good show. Real laid back. November, we have a ball.
Oh, goodness.
We're going to do some
I
relationship
thought it was 50,
topics.
y'all. I was looking on all the pictures that I
Well, no, usually, that's cool because, trust me, he asked me for it. We'll get something he is.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
No, you probably saw Chris. Chris.
Oh, wow.
So much. You probably
Man.
have enough practice.
Yeah, Chris in there. That's why.
And I guess you can
I'll
offer
take them.
you.
Yeah, 70D and Manny Strong. I hope those. They gonna ask me. That way we can rock our shirt. When we
Yo, where my shirt at?
Yeah. You see,
I was on the show.
as soon as I said that, he's like,
I'm gonna
oh,
get
my
you
bad.
some
I'm like, I got you. Huh?
Make sure you have like large and extra large. I think one of them is a medium.
Who got the medium? I switch it.
Oh, I think one of these are medium.
Large. This is large.
You can get a medium that give you a medium.
Medium.
Oh, you just want to switch the shirt.
What's this? Extra large was me. Hey, look, what you got, Kev?
Nah, hey, it
You got anything
fits.
left? Oh, do it?
Yeah, it fits.
All right, so you have, you're gonna be coming in here with a shirt looking like
Going my
medium.
way.
Manny fit medium. That's right.
I
That's
can-
good.
I have
He
plenty.
got
I do have more in the house, so
No,
anytime
that's
you want
cool.
to do
That's
rock
good.
Any medium,
What you got?
it's a large.
I'm waiting for my keys.
What tone be the extra
Yeah,
long?
better not come here like this, and I can see that dinner you had. That night
I
in your
had
stomach
my
right there.
t-shirt,
Shirt right there.
foundation shirt.
I know you can
getting
get
done
the
now, so I
large.
have to wait till
This is
the
actually no, but I'm about to fit a medium in a minute.
Oh,
I work out and get together. Right. He would have fit that in the code plan.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the code is funny. You
Wait, my
got to wait a minute. Buy you stream.